guys, so today I'm going to be doing a huge collaboration cut crease collab with a lot of wonderful ladies here on YouTube. Make sure you guys check down below in the description box for their links to their collab videos and make sure you subscribe to them. Alright, but if you guys want to see how I created my look, just keep on watching. So as you guys could see, I started off with my usual HD concealer and kind of used it to cancel out any discoloration. Then I'm going to go in with my Flaming Love palette from Makeup Addiction and apply that beautiful brick color shade in my transition area. Then I'm going to go in with the Pure Cosmetics Double Ego liner. One side is kind of like a pen liner and then the other side is more of a traditional eyeliner pencil, and I'm just going to use this to create my cut crease. Then I'm going to go in with a small detailer brush to smudge out that liner so that it doesn't look too harsh and can blend in well. Now I'm going to go in with this dark chocolate shade. It's called Brownie and it's from the Flaming Love palette from Makeup Addiction. I'm just going to apply this right into my crease as well, right on top of where we created our cut crease, and blend this in as much as I can. Then I'm going to go back in with my blending brush and apply a bit more of that brick color just so that we can get that nice smooth transitioned look. And then I'm going to go back in with a bit more of that brownie eyeshadow. Now using the new Makeup Addiction palette, this one's called Meadow, and I'm going to be using this beautiful kind of dusky kind of color. They call it dusk. It's kind of like a sunset color. I'm just going to blend that in as well. Then I'm going to go in with this beautiful matte kind of ivory shade. It's kind of like a nude shade, and apply this to my brow bone, and it is called Sweet Peach. For my cut crease, I'm going to be using some of this MAC paint pot in the shade Ochre, and clean up my cut crease, and this is going to be my primer. For my lid, I'm using that same highlight shade that I use for my brow, which is called Sweet Peach from the Makeup Addiction Meadow palette. Then I'm gonna go in with my double-ended liner from Pure Cosmetics, and I'm gonna use the pen side of the liner to cut my crease once again, and this is basically just gonna define it more so I have a more sharper look, because I want it to be like that. I don't want it to be too like soft. I'm definitely going for more of a harsher look on the crease. I want the crease to be a bit more defined. Okay, so that's why I'm putting the line there, and I want the line to actually stand out on its own as well. I don't want it to be blended in too much, but I am gonna go in with that same crease brush and just blend around it just a bit. Then I'm gonna go in with my LA Girl matte eyeliner. This is their Liner Art eyeliner pen. Okay, and it's going to be my guide or base for my yellow wing liner. Since I don't have a yellow gel liner, I'm creating my own. So I'm basically just going to use this to outline my regular wing liner. Then I'm going to go over that with a more, I guess, sticky product that will hold on to the eyeshadow. So now I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro, this is not Pro, Glide Gel Liner Pencil, and this is the white one, and I'm just going to go over that liner again, and this gel liner pencil is a bit sticky, so it will hold on to that yellow eyeshadow. I'm going to use Buttercup from Sugar Pill, and I'm just going to use a liner brush to pat that onto the white liner that I applied as my base for my yellow wing liner. So this is how I created it. Okay, a lot of you guys asked on Instagram where I got this yellow liner from, and I don't have one. I just made it up. Alright, so I'm just going to go and clean up my cut crease just a bit. Then I'm going to go in with some mascara, and this is from Benefit. I'm just going to add some to the top lashes. And I'm also going to clean up my yellow wing liner since it wasn't as sharp as I would like. So I just cleaned it up just a bit. And you can use foundation or concealer, whichever you prefer. Then I'm going to go in and prime underneath my lower lashes. Then I'm going to use this beautiful shadow from the Meadow palette. It's called Dusk, and smoke out my lower lashes. I'm sorry guys, I lost that clip. Okay, didn't record for some reason. Then I'm going to go in with Brownie and that double-ended liner and add this right underneath my lower lashes and kind of give it a kind of transitioned look and blend those both in together. Then I'm going to go in with the brick color just to warm up underneath the lower lash line. You do not have to do this because a lot of people don't like how that looks, so it's totally up to you. Okay, I'm going to highlight my tear duct with the shade Bronze Leaf from the Meadow palette from Makeup Addiction. Then I'm going to line my waterline with this kind of pinky nude shade that I got from Motives, and this is just going to kind of open up my eyes, make it appear more awake. And I'm also going to add some mascara to my lower lashes. I'm using the same Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. Then I'm going to go in with this gorgeous glitter from Motives. It's called Zirconia. And I'm going to add just a bit of this to my tear duct area. And I applied it using my e.l.f. Lock and Seal. I'm also going to go in with a bit more of that Sweet Peach matte shadow and apply it to my brow bone area just to blend it in just a bit more, make it more matte. Then I'm going to go in with these beautiful lashes from Lovable Lashes. They're in the style Sultry Sasha. And I'm just going to pop those on. The glue that I use is also from Motives. It's my favorite lash glue. I've been using it for the last 2 or 3 years. Okay. Once I have my lashes on, you know, the look comes together. It makes me very, very happy. Alright you guys, to add a bit more sparkle to this look, I'm going to use this glitter from Eye Candy Cosmetics. It's called Chocolate Chip. It's a very fine brown glitter, and I'm just going to pat this into my transition area, and I'm also going to pat some of this underneath my lower lashes just to give it a bit of sparkle. And that's going to be pretty much for the eyes, you guys. I hope you like it, okay? Alright, so onto the face time. Alright you guys, so I did my foundation off camera, but I used my Maybelline 340 and 360 and I blended those in together half and half to create my foundation shade. And for highlight, I'm using my LA Girl Pro HD concealer in the shade Fawn, and I'm just applying it into like a triangular feathery style, and I'm just going to blend it out using a beauty blender, or you can use a brush if you like, in a patting motion. Alright you guys, so now I'm just going to finish off blending the other side, and I'm also going to highlight my chin area, bridge part of my nose. Wherever you feel like you want to highlight, you can go ahead and do that. Alright, these things are completely optional. Now I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Matte Pro Powder, and this one is in the shade Cocoa, and I'm going to use this contouring brush, which is from not Makeup Addiction, from Motives actually. It's a beautiful brush. It comes in a gorgeous set of other brushes, so pretty. I love the color of the brush actually, the handles, beautiful blue color. So I'm going to use this to contour my face, and I'm just going to also contour my nose with that same brush. I don't want too much of a defined nose contour, but I kind of want to put that shape back in there that the foundation took away. I'm also going to add some of that powder to my jawline area and just finish off the contour around my nose. Then I'm going to go in with this blush brush, also from Motives, and this one I'm just going to use to kind of spread out that color a bit more, so it's not just concentrated in one spot. I'm going to use whatever product is left on my sponge just to highlight underneath my contour, and then I'm going to go in with this highlight from Smashbox Cosmetics. It's kind of like a pen form. It has a little brush attached to it. This one is in the shade Gold, and you can blend it in with the brush if you like, or with your fingers, or with a sponge. It's totally up to you, but it wasn't giving me too much of a pop. It gives you a very natural glow, but I wanted more pop, so I added in some of my Melon Pigment from MAC to highlight my cheekbone area to make it a little bit brighter, just a tiny bit, just to help that gold pop a little bit more. I'm also going to add some of this to the tip part of my nose and bridge part of my nose just to highlight that area. Then I went and put on some proper hair and I'm going to be using Motives liquid lipsticks. This one is in the shade Rust and Roll, and I'm just going to apply this all over my lips. I really love this color for fall. I know liquid lipstick can be tricky to apply for some people, but it's so easy, you guys. All you have to do is just take your time and work with a little bit at a time. Alright, so now I'm kind of air dry. I'm gonna kind of air dry my lips with my hands, and once it's pretty much dry, I'm gonna go in with a second liquid lipstick. This one is also from Motives. It's called Daddy's Girl, and I'm just gonna tap this into the center part of my lip just to make my lips look a bit more fuller and puffier and give it that new trend that's going on, the puffy lip look. I don't know, but it looks kind of cute. Alright, for blush, I'm gonna go in with this blush quad from Sleek Cosmetics, and I'm gonna use the orangey shade. I believe the palette is called Pumpkin. Alright, and that's pretty much it for my look, you guys. I hope you like it. It's like saying goodbye to summer and walking into fall. It's a little bit of summer and a little bit of fall. So hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up, like this video, subscribe and share and all that good stuff, and don't forget to check out the ladies, okay? Their links are down below. I love you guys, and bye bye.